What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to do a little gameplay with Luna, and I'm going to explain how you guys should be playing this character because she's actually a relatively easy character to play, super OP, and going to be the #1 dark dealing damage character for your dark team. I mean, she's a character that's actually stronger than Astral Watanabe. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that. I mean, I love this character, but she really is the kingdom come when it comes to dark damage. Now, this version of her that you guys are going to see on my global account isn't leveled up, but on my free-to-play account, she's fully leveled up. She has her ultimate unlocked. She's going to have all of her orbs available, and that's the gameplay that I'm going to show you. But we're just going to talk about her and her kit here. So when it comes to Luna, her red orbs here actually unleash the Sphere forward to perform a scattered attack, dealing a total of a certain percentage of damage, and anytime you do a 3-ping, you're going to get dark damage. All of her orbs, whether they're red, blue, or yellow, deal dark damage when you do a 3-ping, and doing 3-pings with this character is actually very important, and you also gain super armor whenever you do red and yellow orbs. So while you're doing your red and your yellow orbs, you won't get interrupted. You can still take damage, but you won't get interrupted whenever you're doing these things, right? So you got the super armor, you're going to deal dark damage when you do a 3-ping right here, and this redirects the flow of energy to perform up to 4 piercing attacks at the target's location. Another thing about Luna is that all of her skills are pretty much ranged. There's huge range on these skills, whether she's doing her orbs or whether she's in her annihilation mode, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. Her blue orbs unleash a virus field that inflicts multiple attacks for 3 seconds, so it's kind of like a dot effect more or less for that 3 seconds. With a little bit of AoE, dealing a total of a certain percentage of physical damage. And then, of course, when you do a 3-ping, you do dark damage, right? And then we get into this good stuff. So Authority Judgment is our basic attack. Now, this uses spheres and spikes to inflict multiple attacks that deal a total of 470% physical damage. Remember, when you do a 3-ping, you're going to be doing dark damage. But while in annihilation state, she will inflict attacks with swords and spears, dealing a total of 950% dark damage. So whenever you enter your annihilation mode, you're going to be dealing a lot of dark damage with your basic attacks. And then the next basic attack after dodging deals 300% dark damage. So after you dodge, when you're doing your in your annihilation mode, and you dodge and then hit your basic attacks, you're going to do even more dark damage. I don't really particularly use this, I'm not going to lie to you guys, because I find it's kind of a pain to kind of like dodge, hit basics. I mean, it's not really that bad, I guess. But yeah, you want to be, whenever you enter annihilation mode, you want to dodge, hit your basic attacks, and just kind of go back and forth. That way, you're dealing extra dark damage. And then basic attacks will not generate energy in single orbs in annihilation state. So her signature, and this is the kingdom come for her, this thing does insanity as far as damage. It consumes 150 energy, which is a lot. And she alters the gravity of a large area ahead to draw nearby enemies in. So she brings all the enemies in, which is actually really nice, dealing a total of, I mean, look at all that damage, guys, to all enemies inside it. While in annihilation state, the signature move will consume all annihilation points and end annihilation state. Her QTE is not a real big deal when it comes to her QTE. Then you got the extra damage right here. And then her core passive. After a 3-ping, she gains 15 annihilation points up to 60 points. So every time you do a 3-ping, you're going to build up, you're going to get enough annihilation points to where you can actually enter annihilation mode. The next 3-ping is regarded as a 3-ping. That's something else about this character that's actually pretty damn awesome. Whenever you do a 3-ping, your next 1-ping will count as a 3-ping. So she's got like a built-in, I mean, she doesn't go into the matrix per se, but she's got a built-in matrix setup to where you do a 3-ping, the next 1-ping is a 3-ping. It's actually quite godly because you're doing dark damage all the time because you're always doing 3-pings. I mean, whenever you do a 3-ping and you do another 1-ping, there's always going to be another 1 orb out there. So you're just doing more and more dark damage, which is just nutty, man. And then upon reaching 15 annihilation points, hold and press the basic attack button to enter annihilation state. So once you do a 3-ping, you'll actually be able to hold your basic attack button down and then enter the annihilation state, and that's going to be at the bottom, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. The annihilation state and deal a certain percentage dark area damage, hiding the default single orbs and getting up to 4 annihilation orbs, which are these little kind of asterisk, spiky looking little things. You guys will see it here in a little bit, based on the current annihilation points. When casting becomes invincible, so when you're in the annihilation mode and you're casting those spikes, you are actually invincible, which actually really adds to your survivability, and it also activates all your QTs without cooldown. So every time you enter annihilation mode, you're going to be dealing a lot more dark damage, you're going to be invincible while you're casting the skill, and your QTs are going to be available. So you're going to be able to bring in your debuffs while you're doing that, doing all that dark damage. I mean, it really is OP how this character is set up. I mean, she's got a lot going on, guys. And then dark damage in total and gaining 10% energy, and Annihilation State. Enter the Matrix to gain 1 Annihilation Orb, which is awesome. So whenever you enter the Matrix, you'll gain another. You'll get 4 Annihilation Orbs whenever you're at S rank, and then whenever you enter the Matrix, you'll gain an extra 1, which is pretty awesome. Launching the base attack consumes 5 Annihilation points. After depleting all Annihilation points are being swapped out, exit the Annihilation state. Being swapped out will deplete the Annihilation points. And then her leadership, I mean, which is really nice for dark characters. Whenever you take her double S, she increases damage bonus of targeted spikes by 5%, releases 2 additional target spikes, which is really going to bump her damage. And then in triple S, passive and Annihilation State increases dark damage by 5%, which is great for that extra damage. And damage bonus continues for 4 seconds after Annihilation State ends, which is more damage when Annihilation points are full. Enters Annihilation State and triggers a separate Matrix once with a 12-second cooldown. So she can actually enter Matrix more often whenever she's in Triple S, and then Triple S Plus, after pinging Annihilation Orbs, based on number of Annihilation Orbs ping, the damage signature final distance will increase by a certain percentage. So her signature's damage actually goes up even more when you have her at Triple S Plus. Which is just nutty, guys, which is just nutty. So let's kind of walk through this a little bit and just talk about how you really want to play this character. Well, let me go up here to training stage. There we go. Now this is how you want to have your team set up here. You want to have A Vera here for your healer and your apply a debuff. And then you also want to have Kamui to apply a debuff and just have your tank support. And you want to make sure the leadership is in Luna's favor. As long as the leadership is for Luna, you'll get this dark damage of all team member increased by 10% and attacker attack increased by 5%. So this really buffs her up. And since we have A Vera as the starter, what's going to happen is whenever we switch to Luna, we're actually going to have our orbs being able to ping. We can actually do a 1 ping that counts as a 3 ping. We can actually enter another 3 ping afterwards. And then the next 1 ping after that will actually be counted as another 3 ping. So literally you're going to be doing 3 pings right in a row, which is actually pretty amazing, guys. So let's watch how she does. Let's check out her gameplay. I mean, she's an awesome character. She's so fun to play. Really, really badass. All right, so we're starting out with Vera, right? And, you know, it's always good to move, kind of do a dodge. And then once you bring in Luna, you see our orbs are highlighted. We can hit the red orb, right? And there you see the annihilation mode meter build up, right? So if I do a couple attacks here, and I build up another orb, whenever we do this 3 ping right here, you're going to see that blue orb highlight. And there it goes. You see the blue orb highlight, right? And you see the annihilation mode meter filling up. We'll hit it again, and there we go. And it fills up. Once this thing is completely filled up, and you don't have to do it once filled up, you can do it once halfway, but preferably better when it's filled up. Then what you want to do is you want to hold your basic attack down. Now, whenever you hold your basic attack down, what it's going to do is it's going to highlight these QTEs right here. And you're going to be able to be invincible while you're casting, okay? Not when you're just, moving around, but whenever you're using the actual skill. So we'll go ahead and hold it. And you see that it brings in the QTEs, and you're landing all them spikes. And the spikes have an insane amount of range. And right now, we're dealing a lot more dark damage. So as we attack, you're just dealing all dark damage. And then once it ends, you're back to what she was originally, right? Pretty freaking awesome, guys. And you can see how much energy she's already brought up right now. She needs 150 to be able to do her signature. And I mean, her basics are just insane, man. She throws out the spikes, got the swirls in there, nice little explosion. We'll hit the blue orbs, right? Give that nice little AoE right there. We hit a yellow orb, right? And then we'll hit another blue. Very cool. Okay. And now our signature is available, which is pretty cool. We'll hit the signature, and her signature is just lit like a Christmas tree. I mean, it's just nuts, guys. So just remember when you're playing with the character that red and yellow have super armor. The blue does not. So if she gets hit while she's doing a blue, she will get knocked back. She will get interrupted, but whenever she's doing red and yellow orbs, she won't because she's going to have native super armor. And the idea, guys, is whenever you enter her annihilation state, you always want to bring in your QTEs while you're doing your core passive, while you're landing those spikes down on the enemy, or right before you do a signature is also a great time to do it because she just does insanity as far as damage, whether she does her signature or whether she does her core passive. I mean, she is a godly character. And the run that I'm going to show you guys, I shouldn't have went out of there, but the run that I'm going to show you guys is actually pretty nutty because it's on my free-to-play account, and it's actually against Nightmare Boss Rosetta, and it's actually on the 8000 BP Rosetta. My Luna on my free-to-play account has about 5500 BP, and the characters that I'm going to be using with her, these two right here, they're not built worth a crap. I mean, both my Avera and my Convoy on my free-to-play account only have level 25 memories. That's it. So the run that you're going to see, they're going to have, you know, a 4-piece Da Vinci on Avera and then a 2-piece Guinevere, and all at level 25. That's it. And my Convoy is going to have a 4-piece, this same setup right here, a 4-piece handle with 2-piece Icena, but they're all at level 25. No resonance on any of the memories. Only Luna will have resonance in the run that you guys are going to see. Again, she's going to be at 5500 BP. It's really insane how that character was able to take down 8000 BP Rosetta pretty much just with her damage, because these two guys on my free-to-play account weren't doing jack because they're just not built up very well at all. They don't have very much CP at all. It really just goes to show you how strong this character is. She's just insane. So let me know if this helps any of you out there as far as playing Luna, and I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GD+7 time. The link is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.